I caught my mom cheating with my uncle. Now she's emotionally blackmailing me. I'm 18, and my mom is 46. We used to have a really good relationship, but one day, everything changed. She went out that day, saying it was for a hospital visit. Later, she called me and asked if I wanted her to bring me any food. During that conversation, I asked where she was, and she said she was in a restaurant, waiting in line to buy me something. I said okay, and then she thought she hung up the call, but she didn't. She forgot to. I was still listening, and then I heard her talking to someone. I kind of recognized the voice, and then I finally confirmed that it was my uncle, my father's younger brother. I thought, oh, they met. Then my mom started making some noises I don't even want to discuss. I was in shock, shaking, and crying when I heard it. I immediately started recording. I felt completely broken and had no idea what to do. When she came home, I waited for my father to leave because I didn't want to argue in front of him. He might have actually divorced her if he found out what she was doing. After he left, I made her listen to the voice recording. She acted confused, asking, "What is this?" like she had no idea. I told her, "This is your voice, you didn't hang up, and I heard everything." She immediately started crying and defending herself, saying he met her at the restaurant while she was buying food and that they were just talking. I asked, "Then what were those words you were saying to him?" She cried even more and kept saying she didn't know what I was talking about, asking, "Won't you even trust your own mother?" She said things like, "What kind of son have I raised?" Then she said, "Okay, I won't talk to anyone anymore since you're doubting me. No son should ever doubt his mother like this." After that, things became really awkward between us. After some time, I tried to forget about it and started talking to her again. But a few months later, I found out she was calling him every day, literally every single day, and deleting the call logs. She thought I was dumb enough not to notice. I didn't say anything because I knew she would cry again. One thing I should mention is that my father doesn't care about my mom or me. She's the one who has taken care of me since childhood. She's also very religious, which makes this even harder to believe. After praying so much to God, how could she do something like this? One Sunday, I went to my friend's house, like I always do. After returning home, I found that my mom had locked the door. I knocked, and she spoke from behind the door, asking me to go buy salt from the store immediately. She was breathing heavily, and there was fear in her eyes. I said, "Let me charge my phone first, it's dead," and she immediately said, "Give me the phone, I'll charge it." That's when I got suspicious. I pushed the door open, and I saw someone rushing to the bedroom from the hall. I moved towards the bedroom to see who it was, but my mom ran ahead of me and shut the door before I could enter. That's when I knew, it was my uncle. I waited in the hall in silence for a minute. Then my mom came out first, looking sad. I walked into the bedroom, but I saw no one. Then I checked behind the bathroom door, and there he was. This bear-sized MF didn't even know how to hide properly. I caught him and shouted, "Who are you, and why are you here?" in a loud voice. He tried to cover my mouth with his hands, but I ran and screamed even louder. My mom started crying. I told them both that I was going to tell my aunt, his wife, about this. My mom and my aunt are good friends. My mom immediately started crying harder, and he tried to defend himself, saying, "I just came casually to check on your mom." Bro really thought I was going to believe that bullshit. Then my mom said, "He's drunk, that's why he came here." I gave him water, nothing else happened. Please don't think we were doing anything wrong. I told her to stop lying and that I was going to call my aunt. That's when my mom started blackmailing me, saying she would kill herself if I told my aunt. I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe what she was saying. While we were arguing, that MF ran away. I looked at my mom and said, "How can you do this to me and my dad? Are you even a mother? You've lost my respect. How do you expect me to see you the same way again?" Then she started making excuses, saying, "Your dad never treated me well, that's why I did this. After our marriage, I saw him, my uncle, and started liking him, and that's how it started. Please forgive me." I asked her, "Then what about all the calls you've been having with him every day?" She denied it and said, "You don't trust me." I shouted, "Trust?" She finally said sorry and promised she wouldn't talk to him again. After that, we barely spoke. She only served me food, and that was it. Some days later, she told me she would die if I stopped talking to her. She said, "I love you more than anyone, son. You're the one I care about. I can't live without talking to you." Slowly, I started talking to her again and tried to forget what happened. But it wasn't easy. After that, she didn't talk to him, at least not in front of me. Yesterday, she went to my grandmother's house and said she wouldn't be coming back until tomorrow. I said okay. Then, I had to attend my friend's birthday party in a park. We moved to a plain, grassy area to cut the cake, and then I saw her. She was with him again, leaning on his shoulder and doing things I don't even want to mention. I was completely frozen. I was with 23 friends, in the middle of a celebration, and inside, I was dead. I didn't know what to do. My heart felt so heavy, I wanted to cry but couldn't. I went home before she did. When she arrived, I asked, "Why did you come today?" "You said you'd come tomorrow," she said. "Yeah, but I was worried about you, so I came." I don't know what to do anymore. She blackmails me, then goes out with him again. It's a cycle. I don't know how to break it. I'm writing all this because I'm so confused. This is a really dark place she has left me in. She even promised on me, and in our family, breaking a promise like that means wishing death upon the person you swore on. And it's not just this uncle. She has done these things with 3 other uncles too. I'm dead inside after finding out what she has been doing all this time. How do you even begin to heal when the person who was supposed to protect you is the one who shattered you?